I know, it's like, yeah, we don't need to do a countdown now because you can see it on the screen and we're like, oh, yeah, chatting away,
4, 3.
waiting for the counting. I was like, 5, oh, 5, like it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. I hope you enjoyed the last hour. Do you know what we did?
Oh, God.
We used extender on those little felt pads with alcohol ink and put it on acetate and it dried on the printable acetate.
It dried?
Yeah. I know. So when you peel
You're all over that printable acetate now, aren't
yeah,
you?
yeah. No, I know we can do it on both sides and you can foil on it. I'm like, right, I need this, this, this and this adding to the show this morning.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But we've also got...
watch that one back.
Yeah, honestly. So when you take the backing off the sticker, off the rub-on, it's just a piece of acetate.
Of course it is.
So you can use that, put it in an aperture and then your fairy can sit behind.
That's
I know.
Perfect size.
Thrifty crafting.
Thrifty crafting.
Yeah. Right, so...
Thrifty Thursday.
Thrifty Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Thursday, isn't it? I'm thrilled this week.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right, so welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We've got a cracking hour for you. Now, we launched this last night at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
It was really popular. Diane did some amazing demos. In fact, she said, I wish I had my camera on your face because you were just like that. What?
Yeah. It was funny. I kept doing something going, oh, Mel's face.
I was like, oh.
Ethan was trying to get around to
I know.
Mel.
It was amazing. So we're going to show you lots of new techniques as well today, or different techniques that you may not have seen, because Diane is the guru of my craft studio. Well, you are. Well, you are. Right, so first of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. You can watch us on YouTube, on your big TV. You can watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop on either of our social platforms, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop, and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and it will pop it into a basket for you. It's super clever, isn't it?
Really clever.
Really clever. Then you'll get a message from us in your DMs, direct messages, apparently that's
sliding in,
like the kids.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably hobble in rather than slide, I'm not going to lie.
By swinging, I would not get back up again.
No, absolutely not. And in that message, there will be a link. You're going to click on that link and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you're going to log into your account and then check your basket out, because if you don't log in, you won't get your extra benefits of being a club member, which are loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, extra discount on all the products on the show, and on a basket spend over £35, no postage, which is brilliant.
It is.
This, though, is digital, so you don't need to pay any postage anyway.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want rather shop on the website, you can do that as well. Go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, and as soon as that program starts, all the products in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. All you need to do then is select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will appear on your screen in the form of a little red shopping bag at the top. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag and that will take you through that process. Now, we know that there's a lot of you been shopping ahead this morning.
Yes.
Because we had to manically try and restock the fairies.
Yes.
Because we walked in and went, oh.
Yes.
And to do that, you go to highlightcrafts.com. There's a banner on the homepage that says shop today's deals. Click on that and every product from every show today will appear on your screen. So super easy to shop with us here.
Just going to give away a top tip. So those products appear there at midnight. Now, we now know that we have customers who wait up until midnight, shop for the day, and then go to bed so they know they're not missing out on the deals.
Absolutely.
But also, if you're getting up at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, jump straight on and you can shop the whole day. We do also send out an email, so if you're subscribed to receive our marketing emails, you'll get an email every morning which gives you the schedule for the day, a little bit about each show, and a link straight to that section as well.
Brilliant. Right? Couldn't be easier, could it? No, none of this going away to go to our website to find the product, to put it in your basket, check it out, and then you miss the demo.
Yeah.
That's not good,
None
is
of
it?
that.
Oh, super easy. Right, Diane.
Okay.
This is beautiful and inspired from your recent break to Germany,
Yes,
right?
it was, yes. So we went to Cologne, and we also did a couple of other places on the Rhine. And while we were in Cologne, we went to the Botanical Gardens, and there were the most beautiful roses. There was just this whole section of roses, and there were little tiny buds, and there were full blooms and everything in between, all the colours in the world. It was absolutely stunning. And as I was walking through, I was taking some pictures thinking, I need to show Stephanie these because they would make a beautiful download. And then pretty much by the time I got back, the download was done. So.
Right.
So
Brilliant.
I've got my pictures on the, it depends if this is the laptop from the other studio. They might not be on this laptop. They might be. We may have the photos to show you, but if not, the show from last night.
I think they'll be on the other one.
I think they might be on the other one. But these are the topper sheets that we've created. So you can see here, we've got beautiful topper sheets that are ready for you to just print out. If you're batch card making, you can print out the topper sheet and just get started straight away. You've got 10 different topper sheets, and you've got each of them in the different colourways. So you've got the yellow, the beautiful, I love the antique yellow.
I do too.
Almost into a peachy tone. And then you've got the pinks there, really lovely magenta pinks. And then you've also got the purples as well. So all of those topper sheets in those different colourways. And then you've got the toppers individually. And the toppers individually are across a selection of the colours. So you haven't got all of the toppers, because that would be millions of toppers for you to have to look through and choose from. So we've got the toppers individually across the different colour tones. So you can see those there. Really, really beautiful. You can see the detail. We've got script in them. We've got almost notebook journaling lines in them. Slightly different tones across different ones. Really, really gorgeous flourishes, and the lovely soft vintage look to this one as well. And then we've got the backing papers. Now the backing papers, you've got some really strong florals, but then you've also got the plaids, the ginghams, the stripes, and the textures in there to give you the coordination and the matting and layering. So you've got some contrast in your designs.
Lovely.
Again, you've got those across the different colourways.
Love that. I love that colour.
It is gorgeous, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Really,
gorgeous.
really vintage.
Beautiful.
And then you've also got the quite a vibrant purpley, almost like a royal blue in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got sentiments. And again, you've got the sentiments in each of the colourways as well. So we've got sentiments like sending you a bouquet of love, a rose for every thought of you, wishing you joy that grows and grows, and love blossoms where you are.
Absolutely.
And lots of things like that. So again, you've got those in all the colourways as well. So that is our shop rose for that one, isn't it?
Yep, shop rose, and I believe it is price is 14. I want to say 14.99.
14.99 for
Yes,
shop rose.
shop
That is that
rose.
one on its own. However, we do have a bundle,
Yes,
so
we
hold
do.
off putting that one in your basket just for
Hang
now.
fire.
Because we also have the butterflies, and this one is shop Flutter, which is $11.99.
I'm going to get this, and I'm going to go buy a box frame.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a 12 by 12 box frame on the wall, like you would see in a museum, with all the different names of the butterflies underneath, and have it as a piece of art in my craft room. I'm just going to go and sort out the child in the corner. Give us a minute.
So Hannah's just swapping the laptops over so that we've got the photos on, but she nearly just dropped the laptop. So Mel's gone to help with that. No secrets here.
No, we're not. No, this is what you see is what you get.
So these are the backing papers for the butterfly. So you can see here the beautiful vibrant tones, and then you've also got, again, the contrasting designs in there as well. So you've got the spots, you've got the stripes, you've got the plaids. Really beautiful, really contemporary, but also with that shabby vintage look to them. And then we've got the ones where you've got the, in fact, I'm just going to show you this one here. So you see these ones here down at the bottom. We've actually got some florals coming through into the plaids as well. So we've got lots and lots of texture and layers in these particular designs. They're really, really beautiful. And then again, all these colourways in here. It's got these backing papers here with the textures on them. And then you've got loads and loads of toppers. Now you've got 95 different butterfly toppers on this one. And you can see we've got them with the beautiful florals behind them, all with that soft vintage look. So it's like kind of like almost a soft focus vintage feel. So you've got lots and lots of different butterflies, and each one of these toppers is just slightly different. So you can see they work through all the colours of the rainbow. You've got the backgrounds on them, and they're not perfect toppers because we wanted to have the vintage look to them. So you can see they're not perfect because you can trim them down to be perfectly square if you wanted to with your guillotine, or you can actually cut them so you've got almost the torn effect on there so that they are vintage. And you can also just print them out and tear them if you want to. And then you've got the actual almost card fronts down there at the bottom as well. And then we've got the butterflies on their own as well. So you can see these here. So you can see all of those. So this is shop Flutter, and this one is $11.99.
Yep.
However,
I know, we have a deal for you.
we do.
You can get both of them with a further discount, which is fabulous. This is how bad my brain is at the moment. I unplugged one laptop, plugged the other one in, and then went, which laptop is the right one? I'd literally done it seconds before. I was like, is that the right one? Is that the wrong one? But I've set it up.
Check you out. And is Dr. Dre plugged in? Yeah,
Dr.
yeah,
Dre's
she's
plugged
all
in.
good to
Micro
go.
Studio's
Yeah,
open.
amazing,
Files are
yeah.
there ready to go. Look
Wow,
at me.
check you out.
On it. Right. So if you want both of them, shop bundle, that will give you a £6 saving. I know, right? Shop bundle, $19.99. It's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you're going to need some mediums to print on. I just want to show you the quality of the card and the paper that we sell here at Highlight Crafts, because this is really quite extraordinary. So we do two different types of cardstock, premium pure print and pure print. Pure print will give you this result, and this is the one that I like to use, especially when it's something vintage.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it gives you almost that tonal look to it, like it's almost been knocked back in the colour.
Yeah, it's really, it's soft, but it's still vibrant.
It is, yeah, it's beautiful. And we do that in 250 and 140. This is the premium pure print. Now, the only difference between this card and this card is the length of the fibres. So if you imagine you've got a pure colour on a piece of watercolour card and a water brush, the further away you get from that pure colour, the lighter the colour becomes. When you've got something where the fibres are so tiny that when the printer head drops the ink onto the card, it stops. It has nowhere to travel to, so it keeps that clarity and that purity of that colour. So your premium pure print, please don't use it for your reflections on your scan and cut, because you'll put it on your mat and it won't want to give it you back.
It loves it.
I'll tell you what I think it is, because there's so many fibres in there and they're so tight. It almost gives a bigger surface area.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you're burnishing it down, it's got more to grip to.
Yeah.
Than an open fibre would. So I think that's why, but I do use this for my backgrounds.
Yeah.
Because to have that pop of colour in the back and then have your reflections over the top in your regular pure print is brilliant. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is you need it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so if you want 250 pure print, the details will come up on your screen. I won't read them out because they'll be on your screen and they'll just be circulating as we go through. If you want the 140 of the regular pure print, you're going to get 100 sheets of that. Brilliant price.
Such a long
I think they're $12.99.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get loads of them. Yeah. Your premium one, if you want your 250, you're going to get 50 A4 sheets of that for $14.99. But the quality of that colour is extraordinary. Those roses look like they're flocked.
They do. They look dimensional, don't they?
It's that impressive. Yeah. Look at the one there just near my finger at the top. I mean, that looks like it's jumping out the page.
It does.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It really does, especially the pink one next to it as well.
Right?
Just stunning.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then if you want it in 140, that's your premium pure print, you get 75 sheets of that. But I just want to show you these as well, because I need you to see how good these papers and vellums, etc., that we sell you are. This is on our parchment. The one that we sell on the Scan and Cut shows. Look how beautiful that is.
It changes the tone completely, doesn't it?
It's incredible. They're absolutely mind-blowingly good. Look at it on printable canvas that we had on a buy one, get one free the other day. Look how stunning that is. A purse out of that.
Yeah.
A little wallet, something like that. I mean, they're just adorable, aren't they? And then this was on our vintage papers. Now, this looks like something, when I opened my grandma's photo album and all the sellotape's gone yellow because the acid has eaten into them and the photographs have started to crumble, it gives you that vintage feel. So we have something printable for all different types of craft. Yeah. We also then have this, and this blows my mind because I've just used this printable acetate next door. You can foil on the top of it with your hot foil pen. I found out yesterday, which is amazing. So imagine going in there and adding little hints of foil to that. And this is our printable acetate. So you get 25 sheets in a pack. And the price will come up on your screen, $14.99.
And that one is printable on inkjet and laser printer. So one side is for inkjet, one side is for laser. So yeah.
So when you get it, I hate doing this because David's right. If you stand there and you do that, you can hear there's a rough side. That's the laser one. If you turn it over,
goes,
yeah, it does. It does it. And if you do it on the other side, so with your inkjet, you print on the smooth side. With your laser, you print on the other side.
Which you wouldn't expect it to be that, because historically it's always been print on the rough side.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
And also another top tip, if you don't want it to go is if you get an alcohol marker, if you put a little tiny dot in the corner, if it wipes off, that's the side to print with your laser. If it doesn't wipe off, that's your inkjet side.
There you go.
So it could, because it's actually grabbed hold of the ink straight away. So that's your top tip there as well. So there are a couple of ways of working out which side to print on. But
good, isn't it?
Inkjet and laser, which is unusual.
It is very unusual. I had no idea about that.
I know.
Font of all knowledge. You need to learn to share. You share your chocolate.
Says it there.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does. Oh good grief. Oh, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It says it on the packaging. Oh.
Yeah.
How many years? How many years now?
How many shows? Because we talk to the customers, not to the product. That's why.
We were still talking about this at like 9 o'clock last night.
Oh really?
I
was like, brilliant. Right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
All in the prep, Melanie. All in the prep. Right, holographic sticker sheets next. Now look what this does to that. Look how it turns that into a rainbow.
Wow.
How beautiful is that? Now they work on your scan and cut. If you've got a metal shim with your die cutting machine, you can die cut it as well, but you can make your own holographic stickers. That is super cool.
Beautiful.
And just thinking about what we've just done next door with the alcohol ink, if you put alcohol ink on there, then the fairy on top, you'll get the holographic rainbow and that alcohol ink as well.
Wow.
So that one is Shop Hollow, and you will get 12 sheets for that on that for $11.99, which is fabulous. Rice paper. This is the rice paper that David decided to choose. It was the best one he found. It doesn't have those cotton slubs in it, so when you're tearing it, it's really, really easy to tear. But look at the clarity of colour you get on that. That's
just
and this
beautiful.
isn't a professional printer. This is literally a box standard supermarket printer.
Absolutely, it is.
And
yeah.
it's printed to that quality
Yep.
because of the artwork and also because of the medium that you're printing onto. Right, next we've got 2 packs for you, one glossy stickers and one matte white sticker. So if you wanted to make your own stickers that have an outline, absolutely, you can do those. Pop them into your printer. They're solid sheets, aren't they?
They are,
So
yes,
there's no
yes.
lining up. You don't have to line it up with the rectangles if you're doing things like that.
No.
Literally, you can just cover the whole thing in stickers, which is super cool.
Absolutely. And we were saying last
actually,
night that you
yeah.
could print out like sheets and sheets of butterflies and give them to the kids at a party and with some scenes, and they can make their own cards and make their own pictures.
And if you're not good with glue, you could print your reflections on those, couldn't you?
Absolutely, you could.
So you can make a whole page in Minecraft Studio, print it off,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you've already got the glue on the back. Now this is a very exciting product.
It is, isn't it?
It looks really boring, but it's not. So you can print, these are transfer sheets, okay? So you've got number 2, this is for your light colours, and number 3 is for your dark colours.
Okay.
And you print on the side, obviously, that doesn't have this on, just on a regular box standard inkjet printer. They don't recommend using it on an industrial laser or an office laser because it gets too hot. And if you are going to use it on a laser printer, you need to print 1 sheet and let it cool down for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
But you get all the instructions in the package with it, and the instructions are brilliant, can I just say? They are absolutely fabulous. So what you do with this is print it off, cut them out with a pair of scissors, or you scan and cut, whichever you prefer, and your paper backing peels off, and you're left with almost like, feels like a bit of a rubberized vinyl.
Right, okay.
And then you put that onto your light colours or your dark colours, and you put a Teflon sheet over the top and you press it with a heat press or a dry iron.
Okay.
And it takes about 5 to 10 seconds for each area. So if you're doing a bigger area, you're going to go across like that, then you're going to go down top to bottom.
Right, okay, so
Because you
you're
want to
not
get those
moving
corner
it.
seals. You're not ironing it, you're pressing it.
Okay.
If you're using a heat press, we did it yesterday on the 8 o'clock show in the morning, just put it over the top, 5 to 10 seconds, take it off, turn it round, 5 to 10 seconds, job done.
Brilliant.
Now, unlike sublimation, where you can't use dark fabrics, you can with this. And unlike sublimation, it doesn't have to have that high polyester content.
Of course.
So you can iron on anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So Shop Light will get you 5 sheets of that for $14.99, and you will jam pack those sheets full of elements from Minecraft Studio. Shop Dark will get you same quantity for same price. I would get both.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not going to
definitely
lie.
would, yeah.
And they're fiercely addictive. So we're working really hard here at I Like Crafts to bring you deals, but also bring you one more product that reinvigorates everything that you've got.
Yes, exactly.
So now you've got these, and they will go on any fabrics. So denim, leather, oilcloth, all of that, cotton, polyester, all of them. It's
Basically,
really
if
cool.
you can iron it,
You can iron
go
it,
onto it.
it
Yeah.
can go onto it. Simple
Amazing.
as that. Right, one more before we go over to demo. Oh no, we've got sweet treats as well, haven't we? We've got all sorts. We've got loads of stuff on the show. We've got print your own sticker sheets. Now you're going to get 6 sheets in here. These are PET sheets. So if you remember Christine from Pinflash, she did the verses on the clear stickers, didn't she? And you peeled it off, you put it inside your card, you burnished it down, and you couldn't see the edges.
Yep.
This is the same thing, but you make your own.
Okay.
Super easy. So for your sentiments on Minecraft Studio, these are going to be
Yeah,
great.
you've got sentiments in the download, or you
fabulous.
can create verses as well.
Absolutely. So there you go. So Shop Clear is going to get you 6 sheets for $12.99. Right, Diane.
Okay.
What We added. You've
Okay,
added.
so-
You've
well,
done a thing again, haven't you?
We did, yeah. So just before the show, Stephanie said, why don't we add the new family favourites to the show so you can play with that?
Yes.
So we added family favourites, the Minecraft Studio download, so that's on the show. However, you just talked about bringing another product to reinvigorate things that people have already got. So what we've been doing, well, what I've been doing, is creating downloads that reinvigorate people's existing stash.
Right.
So what we've got here, oh yeah, it is that. This is our Sweet Treats die bundle.
Yeah.
So you've got loads of dies in here.
Right, this is down. It's all right, Emily, don't worry. Nothing bad's happening. I've just seen the price. Don't worry. Right, 2 Red Robin Sweet Treats die bundle should be £105. Today you're paying $19.99 before your club discount. Now, I would buy this collection just for that,
Just for
because
the
you've got a
sweetie
gift
bag.
bag.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can then take that gift bag, lay it over one of your beautiful pattern papers that you've printed out, and make yourself a little party bag. That die by itself would probably have been what, $24.99?
$24.99, yeah. And so there is one of those bags that's actually been created, so you can see it creates a complete little gift bag.
It's 2
They're
cups.
ready for you. Yep, exactly. 2
Literally.
cups, glue them together, and you've got your little gift bag.
But you don't just get that in here either.
No, you don't.
You also get the extra dies. So you get the big sweetie die,
Yep.
which would be a brilliant card blank or a tag, gift tag.
Yes, perfect, yes.
You've got all your smaller versions of that as well. You cut 2 of these out, glue it together. So remember, straight edge to a tab. And then the tab on this one will then join it together there. And then you've got this. Now, these are good for shaker cards, but they're
They
also
are,
good
yes.
for cutting into your cardstock.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
So you can create a whole border cut in. Now, you're paying, let's say it was $24.99. So we're giving you, you're £5 better off straight away buying that die today. But then you're not paying for that one.
You're not paying for that one. And you've got the shaker card elements in there.
Yep.
So you've got the little sweets in the centre of that heart there.
And you also get your sentiments in there as well. Hugs, love, XOXO, be mine, kisses and sweet.
Yep.
You're not paying for that
You're not
one.
paying for that one.
You're not paying for this one
what about
either.
that
I
one?
love this one, the shop front. Every time I see this, I'm back in Hawes in the Yorkshire Dales, opposite the green where the man used to blow the glass.
Right.
And you go over the road, and there was a big park on the left-hand side, and then there was a little sweet shop called Sunter's. And you walk down 2 little stone steps, the doorbell rang with a proper bell, and he had the best pick and mix penny tray ever.
lovely.
And I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm there. You're not paying for that.
Yeah, see, I remember the sweet... I can't remember what the sweet shop was called. Jane will remember, but I can't remember what the sweet shop was called when we were kids. But yeah, it was literally just around the corner, and it's a proper... It had the bell that rang when you opened the door and all of that, yeah. Absolutely
And the little paper
fabulous.
bag.
Yeah.
And the big tubs when you went in and could say, can I have 2 ounces of this and
Yeah.
2 ounces of
Yeah,
that in your little
exactly.
paper bag?
Can I have 10
And they weighed
pence
it out
worth?
on proper scales. I know.
Exactly. So with the sugar fizzy and fudge dye that you're getting here, you'll see on the back there's not a huge amount of detail in this particular dye. So you can see they're quite solid. And the reason for that is on this particular sample you'll see we've actually got them inside the shop, so you can see they're facing forwards there. But on the front, because we haven't got those details in to give their faces, we've actually given you the rear view as well. So you've got the front and rear view reflections for this one as well. So you're getting that dye as well.
Not paying for that one.
Not paying for that one. And let's just not bother paying for that one
Let's
either.
not.
So
Let's
this
just
is
do a
your
thing,
pick
Diane.
and mix. Again, we've got lots of those pick and mix on
Love
this
that.
one. I'm going to show you this one as well. So you've got the pick and mix on there. So again, we're not paying for that. We've already paid less than £5 less for the other one.
Yeah.
There's a shaped card
Love that.
Dawn made using that
It's a
one
great
that we've
party
saw.
invite, isn't it?
It is fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're also going to get the new download. So we talked about invigorating your craft stash. So we've got a lot of people who've got this die collection already.
Springing
And we've
this
got
on
some-
me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow. Love this. I
So-
need to work with
so-
Diane more often.
so
She gets doing things.
So we've got that one as well. So you're paying £5 less
less
for
than
that one
that,
and
and you're
getting
getting
all
all
of
of
those.
those.
However, what you're also getting now is this one. Now, I am just going to say to Hannah, can we just check that this deal's been added, because we did add this to the show literally with a minute to spare. So we just need to make sure that the download has been switched back on to go with it. So yes, if you can just do that, that would be great. Thank
Bet
you.
Sean loved you.
Yeah, he will do now. Okay, so you are going to get this download. So this download has been created in the last couple of weeks,
Right.
specifically to reinvigorate your Sweet Treats collection.
Nice.
So if you have got this already, you can buy this download on its own.
Right.
And if you haven't got it, for $19.99, you're going to get the die collection and this download. So you can see we've got the candy tone.
Say that again. They're getting the dies.
And the download.
So paying $19.99 for that, and they're getting the download included as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely did a thing.
Yes,
Till
they
I was on
definitely
in the
did a
last
thing,
hour.
yeah.
I knew enough. That's amazing, Diane.
Yeah. It's
Oh, you're welcome.
so you can see you're getting the backing papers there. You're also getting
Wow.
these ones here. So really beautiful candy tones on the backing papers, but
I
you're
love
also
these.
getting the scenes. So look at the scenes. So we
look at
created some new scenes because the scenes with this particular collection were kind of a little bit darker woodland, and then we've got the vintage sweet shop. So we've gone really bright
I
and,
love
and
that.
colourful on this
They're
particular one.
beautiful, Diane.
So you can see we've got all of these scenes. So you've got them with the kind of the fairground tents in there,
Yeah.
and also with the little vintage sweet shop in there, but all in a little fantasy colour theme
Look at
and
that.
style. And then you've also got sentiments.
I want to live there.
So you've got sentiments that say, have the sweetest birthday.
You're doing well there,
I
aren't
know,
you?
yeah.
Trying to read through a piece of paper.
Through a piece of paper, and I'm kind of stuck with the rest of it, so I'm going to turn it around. So you've got love you more than jelly beans and gumdrops.
Oh, that's
Sprinkle
good.
joy wherever you go. Wishing you a day full of sugar and sunshine. Thank you for adding sweetness to my life.
Oh, that's lovely.
So really, really, again, really heartfelt sentiments, but in a totally different style to the ones in the rose
These are
design.
gorgeous.
They're really beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really beautiful. And you're getting
Wow.
so you're getting 27 scenes, 27 backing papers, so 54 there, and you're getting the sentiments.
And £105 worth of dyes
Yes.
for $19.99.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So Shop Sweet is going to get you that and that for under £20. That's before your club discount, guys. That's amazing. If you just want the download by itself, you can get that as well, and Hannah will pop the details on your screen.
Yes.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, there we go.
Shop treat.
Shawnee has made sure that anyone who buys the dye collection will get that background download.
Amazing. So just pop the dye collection. So put Shop Sweet in your basket, and it will add the download automatically to your basket.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, shall we do some demos?
So it's kind of like you're paying £8 for those, then, isn't it?
Oh, that's ridiculous, Diane.
Because the download's the new bit.
Right, when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
make the
Yeah,
most
these
of
are
that.
retiring, so that's
Absolutely.
why. That's why. That's why we
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
why you did the thing.
did it. Yeah, just to make it that little bit more special for the retirement.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Right,
Right, let's go and do some
have a look
demoing.
at my craft studio,
I'm gonna
shall
have
we?
a quick swig of my water first.
Oh
if
yeah,
that's
go on then.
okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Get near with aircon. You can't win, can you? It's if you don't come in and put the aircon on, it's too warm. Put the aircon on, it makes your throat dry.
It
You
does,
know
yeah.
what? We're good.
Oh,
We've got-
God. Oh, God.
She carries this massive. I'll just show everybody this water bottle. Oh, Hannah's got one too.
Yeah,
Look at
Hannah's
that.
got one too. Yeah.
I need two
Yeah.
like that, don't I?
Yeah.
I haven't
need
got
to go
time
to
to
the
go to
gym
the
with
gym.
these.
I just need two like that. Just stand
Yeah.
there all day.
Yesterday about 3 o'clock, I picked up. I kind of went to pick it up. I said to Hannah, "Oh, I've not drunk much water today." Then when I picked it up, I was like, "Oh, I've really not drunk much water today."
I know, right? Brilliant. Right, my lovely. What
Right,
we're going to do
okay,
first?
So, what shall we do first? Let's start with the rose garden, shall we?
Yes, please.
So, in fact, I'm going to go to the desktop and see. Yeah, so this is the laptop from last night. So
Yeah.
we have my pictures on here. So to show you the pictures that inspired this. So here is Rose Garden Inspiration 1. Inspiration 2. So these are the photographs that I took in the botanical garden a few weeks ago. And I wanted to show you because you can also bring your photographs into the graphics program. So what we can do...
Carol Lewis has a tip for everybody.
Okay.
It makes more sense to rebuy the dies and get the artwork.
I mean...
You're
yeah.
not wrong, Carol.
She's absolutely not, because imagine
Twice
if you...
as fast.
Yeah, because
Right?
you can put both of your sweetie bags on your Pro Cut plate at one go and cut the whole thing in one pass
Yep.
instead of two.
And Pauline says, what if you've already got the dies? You can buy the download
Can
by
buy the
itself.
download on its
There
own.
you
Yeah,
are.
absolutely.
Brilliant.
So these are the photographs that we created the Rose Garden download from. So I just wanted to show you quickly that we can actually take these into Micro Studio and we can change the colours and do everything else that you can with the graphics program. So this could be your own photographs, your holiday photos, anything like that as well. So all we do to find our own photographs in Micro Studio is find the hard drive or the area on your computer where they are in this top box. So this one I've popped on the desktop. It's just a folder called Diane's Pics, and then that's where they are. So if you've got a USB or a hard drive or anything like that, it will be in this top box, and that's where you'll find them. So the artwork for today's show is on our USB called Dr. Dre. It's an Andrew thing. We don't need to go into details as to why it's called Dr. Dre. other than that we've got a Snoop Dogg in the office as well.
Mitch Walker has got friends coming over later today, so she's doing a little bit. She's giving some gummy bears a little soak in some vodka.
Oh, hang
I've
on.
tried that before.
Hang on. Is that not going to melt the gummy bears?
No, apparently it makes them go bigger.
I wonder if that works generally in life.
Well, I don't want to get bigger. I'm already big enough.
I'm not thinking about you.
Who are you going to put in vodka?
Yeah, there you go. Let's leave that one there, I think.
Oh, I'm in trouble. And I'm in trouble in the studio, not having to go out and face it. Sweet Treats gone bonkers. I am not surprised.
So I'm going to do a quick demo on Rose Garden,
Yes,
and then
please.
we'll show you how we can use Sweet Treats all together.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to bring on a couple of the backing papers from Rose Garden, and we'll do some faux matting and layering. So we'll bring on this one and maybe this one. So you can see we've got the 3 backing papers there. So if I just zoom out to the page, you'll see we've got the 3 backing papers.
Wow.
We're going to go to the digital punch. I'm going to go to basic shapes, and I'm going to bring on the square. So we scroll down in here. Now every shape within any of these stars is now a punch which will give you either the positive or the negative from any of your images.
It's also, if you turn it brightness over, it's also a cutting file for your scan and cut.
It is.
So all those shapes there you've got now in hundreds of different sizes by using a bit of black ink and a piece of paper.
So you can see we've put, wow, okay. So you can see we've popped the square onto the page. So this is our top layer, so I'm going to pop this onto here. You can see that the digital punch is transparent, so we can actually fussy cut. So we're going to get this detailed bit from down here. And then we're just going to press the keep inner button up towards the top. And you can see we've got rid of that, the rest of that paper, so that's now perfectly sized there. So what I need to do now is I need to send my digital punch back by a layer, because the digital punch needs to be directly over the layer that you're punching. And you can see at the moment it's over the top of this one. So I need to send it back behind that one so that we can punch this one here. So we're going to right click, go to order, and we're going to send it backwards. And then we're going to keep the inner again. So you can see we've now got that one there. And then we're going to just send it backwards by another layer, because again we need it directly over the top of this backing paper. So right click, go to order, send backwards just by 1 layer, and then we're going to keep the inner of that one. So we're going to delete that one off the page. So what we can do now is we can actually start to do some matting and layering. So because these are all squares, we can resize them down. So we can resize this one down, pop it over the top of that one there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to copy and paste that one so that I've got an identical one. So you see now we've got a copy of that one there. I'm going to keep the one below highlighted and just stretch it up very, very slightly. So you can see I'm just doing it just a fraction, and then we're going to go to the effects tab and we're going to make that one white.
Wow, wow, wow. Do that, sorry, no.
Okay, so we'll bring this one to the front. So we're going to bring this one to the front. So this is going to be our top layer.
Yeah.
So we're going to shrink this one down.
Yep.
So we're going to pop it just there in the centre of this one.
Right.
And then we're going to right click and copy and right click and paste. So we've got an identical one directly over the top. It doesn't look like it's done anything, but you can see it puts it straight over the top.
Yep.
So we're going to make sure that we don't click on that top one, so we're still working with the one that's behind.
Yep.
Just stretch it just very slightly. You can just see it's just moving just a little bit. Go to the effects tab, take the brightness slider up.
That's amazing.
And there you can see you've done your matting and layering on your topper.
Wow.
So what we can do now is we can go into our files, we'll go into our toppers. So we'll go into here. I'm going to fade this top one down because it's going to be a little bit too bright against the topper, so we just soften that one down, and because we've got the white behind it, it gives us that lovely soft look. And then we'll just bring, let's go with this one here, just bring this one on, pop that onto there. In fact, we're just going to pop it just there. I'm going to zoom into the page so that you can see in more detail what I'm doing. So just pop that onto there.
That right, now when I'm looking at that screen now, it looks like that's an aperture. Because of the shading down the right hand side, it looks like you've got your frame on, like a Polaroid frame on top with your stripes, and that's behind it, and you haven't even added a drop shadow, that's just the artwork.
Just
that
the
looks
actual
like
file,
a Polaroid photograph, but the frame's on 3D foam. That's amazing.
And it's literally just a flat digital image.
Good grief.
So then we're going to go into sentiments, and we'll go with any one of the sentiments. So we've gone soft petals, strong heart, just like you. We're going to pop that down just there, And I'm going to soften this square just a little bit more so that we can see the detail of that sentiment.
Wow.
So you can see there. So we've now made our own completely unique topper, which is going to go onto a card. And then what we can do now is we can go to the Home tab, press the Select All button. We can group everything. And now when we resize, it all resizes at the same time, so it sticks everything together for you. And then what we can do is we can just pop this onto the page. So we'll just shrink it down, pop it onto the page. We're going to pop a couple on the page. So we'll do that, we'll copy. So right click, copy, right click, paste. You have got copy and paste buttons up at the top as well. So we're going to separate that one out. And then I'm going to paste again. It puts it straight over the top of the original one. I'm going to ungroup this one. And then we're going to get rid of all of these bits. I'll pop that one there. Oh no, hang on, undo. Delete that one and delete that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this one up so that we've got another bit of matting and layering to go onto our card base, and then we can trim one of these down to actually decoupage over the top of this one when we print it out, and you've got a card on the page there for you. So if you're needing something quick and easy when you've actually got somebody, you know, maybe somebody turns up and you go, oh no, it's their birthday in 3 days, I've not made a card yet. Just excuse yourself for 10 minutes, pop up to the computer, something like this, print it out, 10 minutes, you're done, print it, 3D it, so it looks like you made it weeks ago and you've really thought about the detail and the design that's gone into it. You have thought about it, it is still handmade and it's still personalised to them, but it's only taken you a few minutes, but it looks like it's taken you a long time because of the coordination, and that's what happens when you're working with downloads that are specifically designed as complete kits.
That's amazing. So if you were making that physically, you'd have 1, 2, 3 different pattern papers. You'd have 2 pieces of white card for your mats and layers. You'd have 3D foam to make it look like it's dimensional, and you'd have a sentiment stamp at the bottom. And that would have cost you a small fortune. This is digital. And I'll tell you another thing for this. This will be really good for scrapbookers for layout.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I used to do quite a lot of scrapbooking. I don't have time at the moment, but I'd love to bring scrapbooking here because it's a fabulous thing to do. And it's all about you leaving your legacy, basically, telling your story so that future generations don't go into your attic and go, who's this, Mum? And Mum goes, I have no idea. Because that's what happened with me and my grandma. But what you can do on here is lay it out. Because what I do when I'm scrapbooking is lay out the page and go, yeah, I love that. Then take everything off and stick it down. You can design it on Minecraft Studio and it's not costing you a penny. I love that program, and every time I see something with Minecraft Studio, you learn something different, and it's just brilliant. And do you know what the best bit is? Go on to highlightcrafts.com, it's free to download. It's mad, isn't it? I love it, absolutely. Love it. Right, shall we have a look at sweet treats while we're there? Because we've got a ridiculous deal. For $19.99, you're going to get the die set, which includes all of these. You're paying, that will be $24.99, so you're already £5 in pocket. Then you're not paying for that one, which would also be $24.99. And these are big dies in here. Look at those. There's a lot of metal in there.
So this one here shows you the size of the card that you're going to make.
Absolutely.
If you're making card bases with it.
Well, it was £105 for the collection.
Yeah, exactly.
Then so you're not paying for that, and you're still £5 in credit. You're not paying for that. You're not paying for that, and you're not paying for that, and you're getting the new download that's going to reinvigorate all of that artwork with adding new colours and new scenes and designs in. You're going to get all of this little lot worth $11.99 included. And can I just say one other thing? That $19.99 is before your club discount.
Of course it is, yeah. So if you're brand new to us today, you're signing up for Club Highlight. So it's free to join our club. We don't. There's no membership fee, so it's free. All you need to do is go to the Club Highlight page on the website and pop your email address in. That's it. You're registered. And then when you place an order, you will automatically receive a 5% discount. You'll earn points on your orders. Free postage drops down to a £35 level rather than £50. And then there are other benefits as well. There's free tickets to Crafting Live in Doncaster, all kinds of things on there for you. And then basically, the more shopping you do with us, the more discounts you get, and the greater everything gets.
And Carol Lewis, you're quite right. If you take the price of that off, you're paying £8 for those dies. So even if you've got them, buy them again, because you can cook twice as fast then. Brilliant.
Or you've got presents for your craft club, or
you've got gifts. Absolutely. But that is going to reinvigorate that, and that gift bag out of here will just be beautiful. But also your gift bag out of this. Imagine that as your gift bag. Doesn't have to be an expensive present that in it, because that is just spectacular.
Because it's straight edges, I'm guessing that die would cut the acetate, so you could make a gift bag out of acetate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You just need your metal shim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Thank you, Diane.
Okay, let's have a look
Let's
at
have a look.
our sweet treats. So we'll have a look at the new download. So we'll have a look at the backgrounds first. So we'll look at some of these in detail. So you've got the full sheets here. So you can see absolutely, I love the colours on this particular collection. The fact that you've got so many different textures and patterns in here as well. So you've got the spots, you've got kind of paint splatters there, but they are all in the candy tones.
I love that.
They're really, really lovely colourways. Again, it's just that sweet shop, vintage sweet shop style, but with a contemporary twist.
If I went into a craft shop and they had that as a paper pad, I'd be buying 3 or 4 of them, because they're just gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely, but once you've got this download, you just print it as many times as you want. Now, remember that we've shown you that the we can change the colours of things, but also we can change the sizes. So these backing papers are, they're A4. But if you're wanting to work on an A5 project, all we do is take that corner box and we just shrink it down. It can become A5, it can become A6, it can become a topper in its own right. Doesn't need to be an actual backing paper. So you can see we've got all these options here, but it changes in the smallest of increments. So you can see it's literally going down in fractions of centimetres. We can change to inches in the graphics program if you choose to, just down at the bottom. And then when you're resizing, it changes to inches as well. You can tell it exactly what size you want it. So if you're working with this piece of paper, your cardstock is, 6 inches, then you literally just click on the height or the width box down at the bottom, type 6, press enter. That is now 6 inches in height, and the width has changed accordingly. However, what you can also do, in between these two little boxes for width and height, is this little thing that doesn't even look like a button. So it's a chain. So you can see it goes orange when we click onto it. So you click onto that there, and then it's got lines through it, so it looks like we've broken the chain. So now we click on the width box, press 6 and enter. That is now a 6x6 paper. So we've actually changed the perspective of the paper a little bit, but it is now 6x6. So if you're working on a 7x7 card, you can make the design exactly the size you want it in Minecraft Studio. Tell your printer to print actual size. Make sure that you're within the borders of your printer, and I can show you how to do that as well. So if I go to the print box and we go to preview, you'll see that it puts this box around the edge, and this is determined by the default settings on the printer that you're printing to.
Right.
So that shows you that anything outside of that black line will not print. So at the moment I need to switch that preview off.
Is that the same as margin?
Yes. But what the print preview does is it literally locks everything on the page and shows and puts that box on, so you can see exactly what's going to cut off or not print, or whether it will all print perfectly. And what you can then do is you can just nudge this in just a little bit, so we know it's inside that line. Just double check on the preview box again. It's inside the line, we know it's going to print okay. We just need to make sure that we click the preview off, otherwise everything is still locked on the page, because at that point it locks it just in case you want to just press the print button, which you can do, because you know that nothing's going to move. So that's now we've made that page exactly the size that we want it. So you can see nothing is exactly how it is in Minecraft Studio.
No, Jane Hill says, I just had to have the Sweet Treats dies and I love the lighter artwork. Thank you for this opportunity to have such a bargain of something so gorgeous. And you know what, Jane? I'm just getting Hannah to add it to the next show, because we're making handmade chocolates in the next show.
Oh, of course, yeah.
In Amanda, that's going to get messy, isn't it? But you've got your gift bag then, right?
Yes, you have,
Put your chocolates in.
Perfect, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So something else that we can do in the graphics program is we can change the colour. So you can see here, we're using this colour slider. We're moving it across. We've got 360 different shades of red, green and blue. So this one changes it to tone on tone. So when you get to a shade that you like, literally just stop moving the slider, press the print button and it will print. We've also got the brightness slider, so we can take it into more soft pastel tones. If we want, we can take it into rich jewel tones. And we can add some saturation in, so we can really, really play. So that is, you've just seen dozens of options for that one backing paper just there, and that's just one of the backing papers that you've got. So just going to undo and get this back to the beginning. Now we've got different colours within this one. So you can see we've got the pinks, the blues, the oranges. If we use the rainbow slider, which is underneath the hue slider, you'll see that all of those colours change to different colours as we move this slider. So the greens, we've got the purples and yellows in there. We then get the browns, we've got the blues, the greens, and you get different look for every single one of these backing papers. So you can see that there. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you something that blew Mel's mind last night. So I'm going to actually get something else on the page. I'm actually going to go into Rose Garden, and I'm going to get a couple of these backing papers on, just to show you this feature of Minecraft Studio. So we'll get the... In fact, no, we'll not get a yellow one, and we'll get a purple one on. So we've got very different colours. So you can see there, we've got 3 very, very different backing papers. If we change them, when we can change them to similar colours using the sliders, so we can get them to be quite close. However, if you want to work with all of these backing papers on the same project, and you want the colours to match, press the Select All button, and then move that hue slider, and they are now all exactly the same tone.
It's mad, isn't it? That,
So
Anna? Isn't it?
It is absolute wizardry. I've no idea how it does it,
I
but
don't care.
they will all match perfectly.
I don't care how. I just glad that it does.
But you can see when we go back to the beginning,
Wow.
they are all very, very different.
That's so clever.
It is magic, and they will all then work perfectly. So
Look
if
at
you've got a
that.
backing paper from one of your other collections that you want to work with one of these sweet treats from the new download, you absolutely can just bring it in, group the, well, don't group them, so just select all, and then just change it to however you want to change it.
Amazing. Right, I need to answer Charlene's question because
Okay.
she's put it in a couple of times. Could you please tell me the best way to adhere printable acetate? So a couple of ways. I would either use brads to attach it like you would with your parchment or your vellum, or I would, forgot what I was going to say again. This is bad, isn't it? Well, yeah, put tape. So if you've got a topper that's going on top of your acetate, or you've got corners, like little corner dies, something like that, put the tape behind the topper, or put the topper over where your tape is holding your acetate. So that's your acetate. You've got your tape on there, and your topper's going to go on top and cover it over. I must admit, I do like little tiny brads, something like that. Or you could put some of the tape in the corners and then cover it up with pearls. That's what I would do. And then we've got Alison Stone says, I have to say, as an older lady, I am not very computer savvy. Me neither. But Minecraft Studio is brilliant. I recently designed my grandchildren's t-shirts for the Highland show today using the transfer paper. Brilliant.
Yes, those pictures are going in the
I
Sunday
got
email.
goosebumps, look.
Those t-shirts, I need to show you them.
Oh,
they
yeah,
are
you do.
amazing.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they're going in
Yeah,
the Sunday email,
absolutely.
so stay tuned, guys, this week.
This is fabulous. Just brilliant. Right, Doreen said she would like to order the Sweet Treats bundle, but it doesn't mention the download, so it just automatically goes in.
Yes, it adds it to your basket
Fine.
as you check out.
You don't need to add it, it will automatically do it for you. So grab those dies while we've got them, because I'm going to put them on the next show and we're going to be making chocolate. Me and Amanda. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I can't wait. I feel like there's going to be some
No,
Sunday...
you don't, because you're not doing the show. By the time...
I feel like there's going to be some
Can I just
Sunday
say,
supplement content coming in
what's
this
one
next
of the
show.
things that you're allergic to?
Dairy.
Are we using dark chocolate?
No.
No?
Well, I don't
Okay.
think you catered for everyone in the building.
I think it was Carl that went shopping, so you can take that up
I'll
with
take
him.
it up with Carl.
I'll let you do that and have that conversation. Absolutely brilliant, that, isn't it? Diane, they were fabulous. Look at these backgrounds.
Yeah, so I'm just going to show you how the
yes,
owls
please.
fit into the scenes as
Yes,
well now. So, so I've literally just pulled one of the scenes on. It can be any one of
I
them.
love that.
It is just such fun, isn't it?
It's just so pretty. The colours are beautiful.
I mean, I would use that as a topper.
I'd put it in a frame.
Again, it's a backing paper, but just shrink it down, and it's a topper to go onto your card. It doesn't have to be a backing paper because you've also got the backing papers in the download.
Those fairy stickers over that would look amazing.
They would, wouldn't they? Yeah. So I'm just going to resize it up just a bit so we can actually get all the characters into here. So we've got our... So I'm now in the Sweet Treats Minecraft Studio download. So you can see
Oh, I
here.
think this is better than the original, Diane.
This is our Sassitude.
Sassitude, that's me.
I think we called it Sassitude just because of the...
Yeah, that's my face, isn't it?
Just the... I'm wearing
Subtitles.
what?
Yeah. You're going to do what, sorry? You've dropped the price to what?
I'm sorry, you're doing what with a what now? And then I think we'll have this one here walking towards him. So here we go. So he's walking towards him. He can be in the distance, having a bit of a sass attack up there. So, so
this
he's on
is
his
great.
way through. He's been to the fair. This one's walking with his friend, so he's going there as well. So again, we're just resizing them down to add a little bit of perspective and dimension to the project.
Look
You can see we're just popping them in there. So we'll just pop him there and we'll send him behind this one. So we'll go order and send backwards so that he's behind, so that that one there is now they're kind of walking in a bit of a convoy. We'll bring this one on as well. So we're going to.
This is brilliant.
So what I'm going to do with this one, because he's kind of leaning the wrong way, we're going to flip him. So we're going to right click and go to flip, and we'll flip him horizontally. So now he's leaning the same way as everybody else, because they're all having a bit of a look up there to see what's going on. So they've all just wandered into the forest, and they're all just really curious. And old Sassachew's going, yeah, it's fine, come on, come and get the sugar. There's
absolutely.
Let's get some sweets.
Isn't this fabulous?
Isn't it amazing? So we've got all of those. And then one of the things I've just remembered is in here, we have the sweet shop artwork. So you have actually got the front of the sweet shop. So if we put this on here, you can actually be looking out of the window into the forest. And then we can crop this one down. So if we click on that, crop that down to there.
Oh, Diane, I love that.
And there's your card front.
That's brilliant.
But you can also separate it out into layers as well. So we can print this one separately. We can print the characters separately, decoupage them up just like you would with your dies and everything else. But you've got so many different options. So we've got all of these. Now, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to start a new page because I want to save that file. So I want to make that.
Just a quick question from Leah. Would you be able to use the CD-ROMs on Minecraft Studio, the ones that you used to get with card kits, please?
So CD-ROMs with card kits. So if it was a Minecraft Studio CD-ROM, absolutely. If your computer doesn't have a CD drive, because these ones don't, you can get, they're very inexpensive nowadays, they're only like £10-20, an external CD drive which has just got a USB socket on it.
Yeah.
So you can still use all of those hundreds of CDs that you have got. We are getting a lot of questions about serif at the moment, and I'm going to cover this off.
Yes, please.
I'm just looking at the time. Okay, so I know that serif used to lock their artwork, and we cannot help you with getting it into Minecraft Studio. There was a reason that they chose to do it that way. That was their choice. That was their business decision. There are groups on social media that support serif, because I know that I'm not quite sure the whole story, but the support for serif is no longer there. So I believe that the software does still work, but there might be something you have to do to get it working again. But it's not something that we at Highlight Crafts have ever used or can support. If you are used to using serif and you want a graphics program, Minecraft Studio is a free download on the Highlight Crafts website. It has different features, it has different functionality, but you are welcome to absolutely download the software and use any of the artwork that you can get into the program in it, but we can't help you with getting your serif artwork into it. I just need to cover that off because we are getting asked that quite a lot at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm trying to think about that one. So all you see, so on a CD-ROM, are they not JPEGs or PNG? I mean, I have no idea what that means. Are they a different file format?
So on the Minecraft Studio ones, they were all JPEGs and PNG, so absolutely they will come in. I'm not sure the file format on serif.
Okay.
They may be JPEGs and PNGs, but I think they used to lock them, so you couldn't get them off.
Yes.
So, but I've never used one, so I'm not 100% sure.
Okay,
so.
just download MCS for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, that's the way forward. Just switch.
10% on sweet treats.
Okay, approaching 10% on sweet treats, and we had a lot of that. We're going to put that on the chocolate show next.
Oh, right. So something I also want to show you as well, just really quickly. So we've talked about resizing the images and using these boxes to resize. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press the tile button and use these boxes that have changed to blue to make a backing paper.
Oh, I love that.
So we're going to pop that onto here. And then we're going to go into our new Sweet Treats download. We're going to pull one of these backing papers on. So any one of those.
I love that.
And we're going to right click, go to order and send that to the back. And you can see that we've got those sweets on there. And the colour tones are perfect because they just blend in, and it almost looks like they kind of... you
don't need to do anything else.
Don't need to do anything else with that, but we could just fade the background down just a little bit so that you can see more of the sweets if you wanted to. So we've got these options here.
Now it looks like swags.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Changes it from looking like hearts to swags.
It does. And then what we can also do is we can pop a different paper over the top. So we'll just go with this one here.
Love that too.
We'll fade it down a little bit so that you can just start to see the hearts coming through. But then what we're also going to do is we're going to soften the edges. So if we come down here a little bit in the sliders, we've got the softer edges, and if we soften those edges, you can see the edges of that paper that's on top just fade out, and it's not a solid line that's coming in, it's a soft line that's coming in.
It's like you've torn it on rice paper, isn't it?
So if I switch that bottom layer off and I switch that one off, you can see that we've actually literally blended the edge.
Making me
into
cough.
the
I'm
paper.
so excited.
So we can do this with all of them. So what we can do is we can take this one back up to full strength. Oh, we gotta go.
Oh, we've got to go.
Oh, we gotta go.
Oh, we've run out of
Got a bit
time.
carried away then, didn't I?
I know we were. We could have carried on for another hour of this, Diane.
have, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. I'm going through the wall. Me, Amanda,
Not literally.
and Chocolate.